So just for the students who are listening to the recording, we are just very, very briefly going to look into the macro environment. So you'll see that these slides have been uploaded into your more resources folder, and I'm just going to work through them. You'll see they are a lot in detail. They include case studies, they include work from VC Learn. You obviously need to just focus on the theory section of it as well. But what I want you guys at some point, while you are working through your assignment, while you are looking for assignment 1 as well, to start thinking about the macro environment, and I want you to start implementing it as well to Oryx Salt. Okay? So sorry guys, I need to just change the color of this because it's not going to work if it's black on black. Sorry, there we go. Oryx Salt. Perfect. Okay. So we're going to be looking at the macro environment. You'll see on the screen in front of you, I'm going to write a code, which you guys know already. And what I want you to do is at some point, while you are working through assignment 1, while you are reading through the case studies, start focusing on the external environment of Oryx Salt. In other words, start identifying things that are going to have an impact on Oryx Salt that form part of the macro environment. And on a third year level, ladies and gents, we work with the same concept when we speak about the external environment. So from your first year, you would notice that when we speak about the external environment, what is the acronym that we always focus on? We focus on the PESTEL environment. So some students will refer to it as PESTE. Some students will refer to it as PESTEL. For our third year level, we are again going to focus on the PESTEL analysis. Okay, so remember when we look at the PESTEL analysis, and you'll see I'm going to pop it up on the screen now, we're going to focus on many different aspects of the PESTEL analysis that we need to look at. And I want you guys to just start thinking in terms of the macro environment. So this is coming in Learning Unit 5, so I know we're jumping a little bit, but I just want you to start orientating your minds around the external environment and what factors are going to be included in this environment. So you'll see for each one of the pestels, I have highlighted an entire slide screen where I've included examples that I want you to start looking at how you can apply these to the case study as well. So the first P that we are looking at in our pestle is obviously the political legal factors, any laws, any patents, any trademarks that would be applicable to the environment in which you see, and how do these impact the industry. So in our specific case, we are looking at the Oryx salt industry, but any industry, how would the political legal factors influence it? And then obviously we're going to be looking at the E, which you will see on the screen, the economic factors. Remember, ladies and gents, the economic factors has got anything to do with the economic environment, the economy of the country. How does the country grow? What is the GDP of the country? What are the inflation rates? What are the interest rates? What is the price of petrol? What are the exchange rates? Because all of that has a huge impact on how we are going to run our business. So the repo rate, how much money we are lending from the bank versus how much we're going to repay, the exchange rates for our exports and imports, the inflation prices, the price of petrol that is increasing, all of those factors will have an impact on our business. So again, start thinking about that. Start orientating your mind around that. Then we look at the social factors. This is how the environment, the community, the society has been set up, has been created. So this is how many women are working, the demographics in the area, how much income, is it one person earning money, is it two people earning money, what is the lifestyle of the people, what are the trends, what are those type of factors that are going to impact the business, what is the impact of the society and the way that they behave, the way that they live their life, what is the impact of that environment on auric salt on the business that you see yourself in. And that takes it one step further to demographics. So remember, when we speak about demographics, we speak about the age of the people, the gender, the education level, the economic state. So in other words, the income level that they are looking at. We look at their race, so their ethnicity is all part of the demographics, and that can all have an impact on the business. So the age, the gender, the income level, the education level, the population size, what does the population consist of? That is going to have an impact on how we need to respond in our business. And then we look at the technological, and this is a big one. You'll see there are 2 slides for technology. Technology is massive, and especially again when we relate it back to our case study, when we relate it back to auric salt, we're going to focus on technology. How can we be innovative to create new products? So the first part of our technology is all about innovations. How can we use new technologies, new ways of communication? How can we use new innovative ideas, unique ideas to increase our market share, to remain competitive within the environment? How can we use technology to make the whole process easier, quicker, smoother? So we are lowering the barriers of entry into the market. How can we ensure that we are remaining competitive within an already competitive market? And if we take it even further, you'll see when we speak about information technology, here's where we are going to look at how we can create marketplaces, how we can ensure that we are using the knowledge, the communications. How can we ensure that we are being innovative within our organization? Okay, so we're going to look at all the technological factors, artificial intelligence, communications, using new innovations and designs within our business and increasing our market share within that business. And then the very last factor that we need to think about is our natural environment. Remember, we've got no control over our natural environment. Anything that happens in the environment, the natural environment, is beyond our control. It's part of the external environment. So these are things like forests that are destroyed, flash floods, anything that threatens the life or the balance in the life and the ecology of it. So pollution, water pollution, land pollution. We've got to, as a business, we've got to be aware of the fact that the natural environment has to be protected. It's not going to be there forever. We need to make sure that we are protecting the natural environment and that we are constantly looking at ways to lower the impact that the business will have. And again, your mind should be ticking over here, because remember, if you remember back to your case study, the whole thing about the case study was to protect those salt pans, was to harvest the salt in a natural way, in a way that gives back. So it wasn't just taking and not giving back to the environment. So again, you can immediately see the connection between the aurics, which we're going to get to in assignment 2 as well, because it's also based on the same case study. And then we're going to focus on how that can impact the case study as well. So just to recap, remember, we've got our PESTEL factors, which we have now looked at over here. I don't want to go through too much theory tonight, because I know that you are still working on assignment 1, and all of this theory that I'm dealing with now is part of assignment 2. So I will recap it again. All I want you guys to do at some point, whether it is when you have a break sometime over the Easter weekend or over the long weekend and you've got something to do, go and recap the macro environment. Remember, the macro environment is our PESTEL environment. It is our external environment. So it's part of learning unit 5, which is chapter 5 of our textbook. And I want you to just start reading through, start orientating yourself around the PESTEL acronym. It's going to be very important for us when we get to assignment 2. I won't keep you guys for much longer. I will, however, stay online. So if there's anything you have that you want to ask, you are welcome to ask it. I know that we don't have a very long session tonight, but this little information, this theory, I just wanted to just briefly recap on this theory, and then we can continue with the theory closer to assignment 2 as well. So no class on the 3rd of April. Obviously next week is different classes scheduled for you, and then on the 10th of April we will go right back into assignment 1. We're going to unpack assignment 1 in great detail again, and then hopefully you've got enough information then to go and continue and actually submit assignment 1. But that really is all from my side. I know Tammy also wanted to come in, so I'm grateful that she came in, and thank you guys for allowing her to come in as well. Go and have a good long weekend after tomorrow. I know tomorrow's still a working day, but have a good long weekend, guys. I hope you get some chocolates. And yeah, that really is all from my side. Please let me know if you need anything. You're welcome to email me if you've got questions on the assignment in the meantime. Otherwise, stay online as well. I'll be online to answer any other questions as well. If you have no questions, you are welcome to log off from the session, and I will share this recording with everybody as well. Okay, ladies and gents, thank you so much, Chris. I hope that some of this theory was a little bit helpful. We will, like I said, we will get into it in more detail at a later stage. But really, from my side, have a lovely Easter weekend, and we will chat again soon.